task number 22 in the PTE Academic. Listening right from dictation. Whoa, we have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last task. Now, listening is spread throughout the entire test. Half of the test, you can get listening points. But this one does carry a lot of them. All right, so the significance of right from dictation has not changed. We will definitely put a lot of effort into this task, and we need time to do it. And that's why we were talking about time management all throughout the entire listening module. All right, that makes sense now. So here, I'm going to give you an overview. I'll give you an overview to what the write from dictation task is, and then I'll talk more about the scoring. Very important. And then lastly, time management. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Here is the rundown for the write from dictation. You will be given 3 to 4 of these sentences. You can listen to each sentence once. Each sentence will have between 8 to 14 words. You are scored based on each word you spell correctly. There are no negative markings for this task. Make sure you press next before the time expires. Yes, I cannot emphasize this enough because this will be the last task, especially if you're doing the last question of this task. If you run out of time, the screen will just automatically take you to the end. You won't get points for that last sentence because you never submitted the last sentence. So important. So now let me show you what this task looks like. This is a screenshot from the official PTE mock exam. This is the closest we're going to get to seeing what the task looks like on the exam. The write from dictation will look very basic. All you're going to have is that audio player. That's where you're going to hear them play the sentence for you. And once you hear that sentence, you type it into the text box. 2 things you have to pay attention to. 1, how many questions do you have left? You will get 3, maybe 4 of these questions. So if you're not sure how many you have left, you check because you need to make sure you have enough time to answer them. Once you are confident with your answer, press that next button. Yeah, that's happened a lot. I'm just sharing from experience where people are doing the write from dictation. Either they didn't realize that they were running out of time and then the screen just shut off, or they thought they were finished because they did 3 write from dictations. And after they pressed next, it took them to the next write from dictation. And that was the last one. But then they realized, oh, I only got 20 seconds to do this task. Not enough time. Time management is crucial just because of this task right here. Okay? So now, let's take a look at the score guide. All the way at the bottom, the last task, write from dictation. You're going to get 3 to 4 of these, right? And you can see listening and writing. We're going to get points for both. And you get a point for each correct word spelled correctly. But here's the thing. You get 0 for each incorrect word or misspelled word. That's something we have to be aware of. Getting a 0 and getting a negative is not the same thing. Earlier, we talked about tasks that got negative markings, right? It's not the same here. So writing a word incorrectly or misspelling a word, you just get a 0. You don't get a negative. So for example, if I wrote 5 words correctly and I wrote 2 words incorrectly, maybe one is incorrect and the other one is misspelled, I still get the 5 words that I wrote correctly. I don't get any points for the wrong words, but I also don't get any negatives. I hope that makes sense. Of course, we're going to talk more about that when we get to strategies and techniques, because that's going to help us gain an advantage. All right. But for now, time management. The write from dictation is the most important task inside the listening. Summarized spoken text is timed separately, so that's not part of this. So based on the listening tasks in the same block of time, write from dictation is the most important. So that's why I want to make sure I save time, because here you got to check your spelling. You got to check your grammar. We got to make sure everything is written correctly here because there are a lot of points here. Okay, that is the write from dictation. Now, you know what this task is. You know what all 22 tasks are in the PTE now, right? So now, are you ready to go into the foundation where we talk about techniques and strategies? Let's go.